Hi, I'm Megan Graziano, and today I'm making a rhubarb cake, which is really just the perfect excuse to have cake for breakfast. And who doesn't love cake for breakfast? It's tart with the season's first rhubarb, it's warm with ginger, and it's hearty with whole grain flour. I'm keeping all of these main ingredients local by using Wild Hive whole wheat flour from Pisteo Via Corta in Gloucester, and rhubarb from my own backyard garden. In addition to the rhubarb and whole wheat flour that I've already mentioned, this recipe calls for 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 stick of unsalted butter, 1.5 cups packed dark brown sugar, 2 large eggs, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 cup of plain full-fat yogurt, and 1 tablespoon of finely grated fresh ginger root. When making this recipe, there's 3 key things for you to keep in mind. First, before you combine the ingredients, it's important to have your butter, eggs, and yogurt all at room temperature. As these ingredients warm from the fridge to the room temp, the warmer temperature will allow them to trap some air, which is going to get you a fluffier cake, a lighter cake, and a cake that's more uniform in texture, more consistent all the way through. Second, and speaking of texture, the batter for this cake gets quite thick by the time you're folding in the rhubarb and the ginger, which is one of the last steps before it goes in the oven. You don't want to overmix the batter, otherwise you're going to get a dense, bready cake, and that's no fun. But what you can do is use some muscle, make sure that rhubarb and the ginger is getting evenly distributed throughout the batter. Third, when you pull the cake out of the oven, the top is going to be a very dark, beautiful golden brown color. Don't be alarmed, it's not burnt. The darker color comes from the molasses and the dark brown sugar. This gives the cake a deeper, more complex flavor. It's a little more toffee or caramel-like. It plays really nicely with the ginger and really nicely with the tart rhubarb. Once the cake is cooled, it's ready to be sliced and eaten. In each slice, you're going to see pieces of rosy rhubarb studded throughout. As you take a bite, you'll taste how the rhubarb has sort of melted into this wonderful jammy texture, and it creates these like little pockets of tart goodness that burst forth from the cake. Playing really nicely with that warm ginger, that warm and spicy ginger, and that wonderful deep toffee flavor from the dark brown sugar. This cake is going to pair really perfectly with an iced coffee and some fresh fruit and yogurt for breakfast. Yay, that's the way I like to do it and the way we show here. But you can also use this as a more traditional dessert for a dinner party. Would that we were all throwing dinner parties these days. But you can serve it, you can take a slice and serve it with a scoop of ice cream or a dollop of fresh whipped cream. The full recipe is below, along with some more pictures. Check it out, and we'll see you again next time.